Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I designed and packaged these chip bags for my birthday party from start to finish. I designed my chip bags using Canva, so I go to canva.com, click on create, and then I'm going to make a custom design that's 11 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall. Every time I make my chip bags, I start by making a template. So I go to Elements, I type in Square, and I click the square that's under Shapes. Once I have that square, I drag it over to make it 11 inches wide by 0.8 inches tall. Once I'm happy with the size, I change the color just to make it like a bland color. It doesn't really matter what you do. After that, I'm going to duplicate that rectangle and I'm going to drag the duplicate to the bottom of my page. Next, I'm going to go back to Elements and I'm going to select one more square. This square is going to be in the center of my design, so I'm going to make this square a darker gray so you can see the difference. And then I'm going to make this one 8.5 inches tall by 5.6 inches wide. After your rectangle is the correct size, you're going to drag it to the center. Then you're going to right click, select layer, and send that rectangle to the back. This is what your template should look like once you're done. And once you have your template, you can start designing. So the theme of my birthday was like a disco pajama party. I wanted everything to be pink. So I'm going to start by going to background and making the background color like a light pink color. Then I'm going to turn the transparency down on that center rectangle just so I can get an idea of what the background's going to look like with all the elements I'm going to place on top of it. After that, I'm going to select the rectangles I put on the top and the bottom, and I'm going to change those to a hot pink color. And once I have this base layer done, I can go ahead and start with the fun. So I'm going to go to Elements and type in birthday cake and then click on graphics. I found this really cute heart-shaped cake that looked hand-drawn. So I clicked that one and I'm going to change the color of it to the same hot pink that's the color of the border. I love the way this looks. Once I have that center focal design, I'm going to go to text and then add a heading. The heading I'm going to type is happy birthday. After I have my text ready, I'm going to go over to font and change the font to Tropica Script. I just really like this font with my design. I changed it to that same pink color. I wanted it to be pretty uniform. After changing the font color, I went in and I duplicated that, and I'm going to change the text from happy birthday to my name, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. That way it fills up a little bit more of that center space. Next, I selected that happy birthday. I clicked on effects and then I added a curve. I curved that happy birthday just so I could frame that cake a little bit better. I was really happy with how that turned out. So I went over to Elements and I typed in disco because I wanted to add like a disco effect to it. I told y'all the theme was like disco pajama party. So I found this disco ball that looked hand drawn, and I also found these champagne flutes. So I'm going to just put these in the position that I want them. And once I'm happy with the layout, I'm going to change them to that same pink color. That center rectangle that we made earlier is going to be the front of the chip bag, and these two side panels are going to be on the back. So whatever you put on these side panels are going to be on the back of your chip bag. And I'm really happy with how those look, so I'm going to add a few more. Those are the last large images I'm going to add to this chip bag. So now I'm going to select my name and duplicate it. I always like to add a thank you message to the chip bags that I make. So I'm going to type, "Thank you for partying with us." So after I do this, I'm going to change the size of this. And I'm also going to make the space in between the lines a lot smaller. If you're happy with how the chip bag looks right now, you can definitely stop, but it's never enough for me. So I'm going to go back to Elements and type in sparkles. I want to add a few sparkles to it because I felt like there was a little bit of empty space in there, and I kind of wanted it to look like doodles. So I clicked on sparkles and I added a few. Now I'm going to go back to Elements, and I wanted to add like a little bit of hearts too. So after I add these sparkles, I'm going to go back to Elements and I'm going to type in hearts and put them somewhere on there too. Once I'm happy with how the front of my chip bag is going to look, I can go ahead and delete that template that I made because I'm not going to need it anymore. Next, I'm going to go over to Elements and type in pink glitter because I want to add a pink glitter trim to the top and the bottom of the chip bag. Once I resize the pink glitter to fit the top of the chip bag, I can go ahead and just duplicate it and flip it to where it can fit on the bottom as well. And that's the last step that I'm going to do. I'm really happy with this design. Once I'm done, I'm going to select share and then we're going to download our design. So I like to download my image as a PNG and I always make sure the size is the largest. That way the image is really clear when it downloads. After downloading, it's now time to print your chip bags. So my favorite type of paper to use for these chip bags is this Inkit glossy photo paper. I love this paper because it's nice and shiny and it's also thinner compared to other photo papers. Some of them are too thick and they don't really work on the chip bags. And I print these using my regular at-home printer. Other materials you'll need is a paper crimper. I got this paper crimper on Amazon a while back, but I'll go ahead and link it below. You'll also need a hot glue gun. Any hot glue gun is going to work for you. You'll also need some pinking shears. You can get these at any craft stores or Amazon. I'll also link that down below. And last but not least, you'll need your chips. And now it's time to assemble our chip bags. So first thing you want to do is take your chip bag and you want to place it face down. Next, you're going to fold in those two side corners and crease them in place. And now it's time to crimp the top and the bottom of our chip bag. So I'm going to place the chip bag inside of the crimper and I'm going to roll the crimper towards myself. After I've crimped to the bottom of that border, I'm going to flip it around and do the same thing to the other side. After crimping, you're going to take your chip bag and you're going to open it up. Next, you're going to take your chips and place them in the center of that bag. You're going to decide whichever side you want on top. It really doesn't matter. It's just a personal preference. Then you're going to take your hot glue gun and do a bead of glue down the center of that seam. And you're going to hold the back in place until it's cooled down. Once the back of the chip bag has cooled down, you're going to glue the top and the bottom of your chip bag closed. Now you can stop here if you like, but I like to add perforation to the top and the bottom. So I take my pinking shears, and as you can see, it cuts like little triangles on the top and the bottom. And I just cut off that little white border that mine has. Like I said before, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to, but I think it makes them look more professional and more like real chip bags. And that's the last step. Once you've done that, you've completed your chip bags. These are the ones I designed for my birthday party, and you can use the same principles to really make any design. If you guys look back on my channel, I've made a few of these chip bags before, so you can take inspiration from those, or you can completely come up with your own design. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye!